been ready. We're live.
I have to build up my stamina again. 1 second.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. Welcome tonight to the Dirty Table. I am your host, the special Merrick Henry, which actually sounds really terrible now that I say it in person. It's a Lego movie joke. And with me, as always, is Sir Barney Landman.
The
Hello,
regular.
hello.
You never let me do my thing.
You never have a thing.
I always have a thing now. You gotta next time you gotta say, let's try again. So you do yours, you let me do mine, because I do one based on yours.
I never knew that.
Okay.
Or no, I did know that, and I just forgot.
Let's start again.
I'm the special Merrick Henry.
And I'm regular Barney Landman.
Okay, well, see, now that I know we have a script.
Worth it?
It is worth it now that I'm aware.
Unscripted, but yeah.
This show is going wonderfully so far.
I just want to share this on Facebook.
Share with your friends, not with the actual share. Cause she don't care. So what are we doing today, Barney?
Lego. We're building Lego.
That was worth it.
Lego Overwatch is a thing,
which he didn't know about until like 3 days ago, and I felt like I deprived him because I knew about it for all this time.
She has a see-through visor. It's actually green. And Merrick has a Lego Batman Batmobile build.
Just a standard car, not the Batmobile, just a regular car that we found.
And I'm gonna put some Merrick Henry music on in the background.
You spoil me.
And, well, I'm gonna play some of my stuff too. But,
okay, good. Because nobody wants a Merrick Henry show.
Them birds of a feather, you and me. We change the weather. Yeah, I'm feeling heat in December when you're around me. With a wine stained lips, yeah, she nothing but
If you're
trouble.
wondering what you're listening to right now, you were listening to one of my mashups that I did with the Jonas Brothers and Nick Jonas. It is Sucker Chains.
Oh, it was already coming out.
Woohoo! Instructions. Yeah, sounds great to me.
Alrighty. Let us know if the music's too loud or
if
if
my
the
crinkling is
rustling
too
the rustling bags are too loud.
I'm horrible.
Oh, he's got your bags out. Oh yeah, so let's get over to this, and I need to fix this screen because I'm supposed to have a camera too. This one? There we go. Yeah. It just needs to be. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I did, but here it is. Here's my build.
Yeah. I see. So they want me to go with bag 1, and then bag 2, and then bag 3. So that's good to know. So I'll set these aside for now.
This new version of
OBS
is glitching. Just in case anyone out there uses OBS, don't update just yet. We just made that mistake, and it glitches on sources. They don't show up. Probably means nothing to most people watching, but it's annoying.
I always find it interesting when they have like capes for characters and such. They always just put in these nice little white boxes just to keep them pristine.
Oh, they
and
do?
not bend. Yep.
That's such like that
That's
seems like
the whole
such
point of the box.
That's like such an Apple thing to do. If Apple made Lego products. All right, I'm falling behind here. I'm trying to get this.
This isn't a race.
Yes, it is.
It
You
is.
didn't know?
Oh,
We're racing.
I was going at a very
This
slow
is
pace.
big boys with big builds. We're building some really big builds. Which is funny. The irony is that we're not. These are kind of small sets.
Budget builds. I'm sure if you were looking for something much more extravagant like a Death Star, this is
Which is
not the episode for you.
Which is what I was like, because I brought this up. We've been playing Lego games, and I brought up that we should do a build, and I was kind of thinking something fairly epic.
Large and in charge.
But then I found out that
That costs money.
yeah, and I also found out that there was Lego Overwatch sets, so I got super pumped about that.
Woohoo!
Specifically,
I love minifigs.
we need like a playlist so that I can. Oh, I know. I'll do it over there.
I put my Hang on, I'm gonna grab a comparison real quick just because I'm curious. Un
Would
momento.
you grab me some water while you're over there?
Sure.
Do you open everything, or you just go? Oh, they're like numbered now. Was that always the case?
What?
They have numbered bags like in order.
Yeah, that's new. Or new to me since I haven't.
Oh,
built anything in
they're
a
just the
while.
different sets. So this is Reinhardt, or yeah, this is the first half of Reinhardt. In the sky, does it ever get? Cool.
I wanted to compare Bat Boys. I think this Bruce is paler. Yeah, this Bruce is paler skin than the other one. I'll show it up to the.
He has the black.
Yeah.
So which one's the black one? The old one?
The one with the black band is the new one.
Oh, word.
But it's paler than my Lego Dimensions one. And this
Oh,
one
yeah,
has
yeah,
been
the
a favorite
actual-
of mine since
the
I got the
actual
game
skin
a
tone?
few years ago. Yeah. I just find it interesting. That's all. Most people probably don't care about the comparison, but I
Look at
care.
this tiny little Reinhardt helmet. So cute.
Well, feel free to engage in the conversation at home, folks who are watching, if you don't care about what we have to talk about.
What was the last Lego set you built? I
I
really
think the last thing I built was Lego Dimensions.
Yeah,
quite frankly.
Lego
That's
Dimensions.
probably what I did.
I don't remember purchasing and building a Lego set like this in a long time. A long time.
The Lego sets are actually how I first got into Star Wars. Because they had, when Episode 3 came out back in 2005.
Alternate faces.
Love it. Very
Comes
cool.
with- I think a
Shiny,
lot
too.
of these Overwatch ones come with two expressions. Yeah, it's got like little metallic accents.
What was it?
And you can do hair or helmet.
In 2005, when they were releasing the Episode 3 sets, I got a Lego, because they used to send Lego magazines in the mail and such, and I always thought they were cool. And one of the biggest things that they had as an addition to the Lego Star Wars characters was when you pushed it on the head, the lightsaber lights up. And to me,
What?
that was the coolest thing.
Stickers.
Oh no, stickers.
I love stickers.
I probably have some too. I hate those.
You hate them?
Because my fingers just aren't well suited for them.
I love stickers. Okay, I'm gonna.
That was the name of your first guitar, stickers.
It sure was.
And then it got stolen. Jerk.
Jerk. Why you gotta steal my stuff, jerk?
So anyway, when the Star Wars sets came out, I never bought anything, but I just thought it was the coolest idea, and that's ultimately how I got into Star Wars, because of Lego lightsaber builds on minifigures. That's how my Star Wars journey began. And it's super uneventful, but that's how the cookie crumbles.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna put some Anonymous Animal on.
Do it up.
This is a remix cover that Joe just made of Upstate.
Oh
called
right. Oh,
Old
it's so good.
Advice. Such a great track.
I was already nervous that I had a missing piece, and it was a defective set. Oh no, where is it? I found it.
Surely not. Surely not. Where you're going. All right.
Batmobile. Done.
Done.
So worth $20.
Where's this little coin? I'm missing a piece. It's a defective set.
the worst feeling.
He's got like a little coin thing that he holds. I'm not sure if that's... Oh, it's in there. His like Overwatch chip.
Well, if anyone has any recommendations on other things we should build, because at this point, I think we're just establishing that Knights of the Dirty Table is a variety show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we're now establishing that we are a Lego show.
No.
Which I'm fine with that too.
We're definitely... We have our favorites, but...
Did you watch any more Lego Masters?
No, I've been catching up with Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated and finally doing that. It got better. Last week I kind of said I was a little upset with it just because I wasn't thrilled with it, but it's gotten better. So that's what I've been choosing. I've been doing that, and I've been doing Super Sentai, Japanese Power Rangers, for those that don't know, and I've been doing the season before they adapted Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in America, Chojin Sentai Jetman. And I've been enjoying that a lot.
I'll move this right here. Hopefully you can still hear me fine. So I can use my building area more effectively. I'm like semi-conscious of like, oh, I don't want to just like sit here building so people have to just watch us building, and then like that kind of is the point.
Yeah, we're rookies. It's okay.
But it's just fun to talk at the same time.
Definitely. And feel free to engage in the chat.
They just had the final of Lego Masters.
So can you describe what the build was?
The winning build?
What was the theme? What did they need to build?
And it was interesting because the episode before last, which for a second I thought was going to be the last episode, they had them rebuild Star Wars scenes, and I was like, man, that's a terrible. I'm a Star Wars fan and everything, but I was like, that's a terrible last challenge to have them build something that doesn't require creativity. It's like, it's like build something that already exists. Anyway, as it turned out, that wasn't their last challenge. And their last challenge, on the complete flip side, was just build something. They let them have free reign. They just said, build an epic scene that really talks to like who you are as Lego designers, etc. And they just gave them completely free reign. So they came up with some really cool stuff. Some amazing builds. And the people who won, I think, deserved it. I disagree that they won that challenge, but when you look at like the history of the work throughout the show, they were just outstanding the whole time.
Makes sense.
No, I certainly think they deserved it. And those people are amazing. The stuff they come out of their head and like doing this, following instructions and building this stuff is like so easy, but coming up with this stuff yourself, like how to put bricks together like that,
you have to see life from almost a totally different vantage point.
It's like some Matrix stuff, like you're seeing through the Lego Matrix.
I could never. I would be so incredibly overwhelmed.
This is so cool though, like seeing it slowly come together. Like this still doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look like anything. I keep showing this camera.
What do you mean? This is clearly a Batmobile.
Right?
Look at that. That's brilliant. I'm done.
Don't make any sense.
I'm just killing time.
They're all gonna click together, and we're gonna have these amazing toys
that will be wonderful units of display.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the biggest thing.
The wrecking ball one as well, so I can have most of the tanks.
Oh, speaking of, I have to put this together. Well, it's a big reason why I love the Lego Dimensions sets in particular, because you can actually, in my opinion, you can really do something with them. After you build it, it has life afterwards by putting it in the game.
You're supposed to play with it.
For an average kid, yes, but to a standard collector, they can at least do something with it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out.
Oh, this one. These two and two of the these.
So I'm curious for the folks at home, if they want to engage in the group chat, what would your normal Friday night have been like, minus quarantine and such? I'm very curious how people would normally spend their Friday nights.
Drinking. I'm not answering for me. I'm saying a lot of them.
Fair enough.
And most of them still are drinking because
they're just doing it with Zoom.
One of the few things that you can do. Now you're drinking with Zoom. I think I could. Your shot is good. I think I should move my camera a bit.
Yeah, I would say. Now that you mention it.
There we go. I think that should be better. Better.
I love how
that
far
should be a little bit better.
Lego has
Hey,
come
look at our chairs and how they match our outfits. I only just realized.
Yeah, we put thought into the show, obviously. This wasn't last minute. I love how far Lego has come with their franchise builds, like adapting like IPs, intellectual properties, and making creations with it. I think it's so cool. One thing that I thought was an interesting point was, like, some of these parts are just so specific to the build, like you almost can't do anything else with it. And I thought that was something my mom brought up to me, and I thought that was an interesting point. It's like, yeah, they are so specific that you really, the idea of creativity is...
Man, Facebook kills YouTube. I hate it.
Yeah, it does.
It just... If you post YouTube on Facebook, it just disappears.
It's not even worth it.
No one sees it.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all good. Like, it hinders creativity in that regard, but then they also still have, the big creative sets where you can just build wherever you want. So it's not like they are discouraging it, but I would probably argue the more popular Lego sets are the ones with the logos on it, So.
But what's cool is the way they do reuse pieces and like recolor them, and like they'll make new pieces. Like they made a new gun piece for the Overwatch sets.
I see.
We'll get there if I get to Diva. She has one. This little. I can't see it, but hers is a little pink gun, and there's a bunch of different ones that come with the Overwatch sets, and you can build bricks on them to make them like a sniper rifle or a shotgun or.
Oh, like, that's really cool.
You can, it's really easily. So it's cool how they like manage the
reusability factor.
Yeah, and like introducing new blocks that can be used in clever ways. Oh, I put these on in the wrong spot. Oh no, whatever will I do?
Show's over. Night, folks.
Wait, what's the age limit on these things again? What does it actually
Mine
say?
says 7 plus.
Do they have different age limits with the different? Surely. Mine is 10 plus.
Ooh, wow.
It's pretty advanced.
I'm younger than you, which is true, but.
You are listening to Anonymous Animal, the jam sessions. This is session 23, which is myself playing with all my old synthesizers.
So fun.
I do miss this setup. Like, this is all live improv music. Like, I could do it so easily.
Well, we've shifted focus almost to this not even just the podcast format, but just kind of how we run our production unit, whether it be for podcasts, whether it be for music video, whether it be for all kinds of stuff at this point, which is not a criticism. It's just we've utilized time in different ways now.
But we're getting back into the driving seat a little with Anonymous Animal. Joe just put out that jam the other day.
Yes, which is great.
Definitely plan to do some more Anonymous Animal content.
And if you would like to hear more Anonymous Animal content, make sure that you subscribe to Barney's Anonymous Animal 2 or 1 or both?
Both.
Both.
One
Anonymous
is,
Animal 1 and 2. They are 2 individual channels where you can get multitudes of great music content. So make sure to subscribe. Anonymous Animal 1 and 2.
2 is more informational, educational type content, whereas 1 is more just songs and jams and music. So
I never actually knew what the distinction was. Thank you for clarifying.
oh yeah. 2 is like our school, It's more content on how to do stuff.
I may have a couple of ideas contributing to that.
Yeah.
And I just thought of not to
You
shoehorn
should.
my way in,
That was
but
always,
it's like, huh.
Well, no, but that was always like way more popular than the first channel in a much faster sense, which made me realize that nowadays there are a lot more creators out there. Like the ratio of creators to consumers has like really shifted towards the creators. It's still plenty of people who just want to hear good music and be entertained, but the amount of people now that want to create and can create is through the roof. So it's all good news, but it does mean that if you make content for creators instead of, you know what I mean,
right?
Then your audience is really large and really rabid. Like the YouTube audience for creators is like, so they'll suck up any information you want to throw at them.
Very interesting.
Oh, I'm building a new part.
So after the show is done, Barney, what do you want to do back at your place?
Eat.
Okay, better question. After we eat, what would you like to do? Do you want to play games? Do you want to watch some stuff? Or
Oh, I want to play some GTA.
Nope.
Been trying to play GTA with Christian and Coop since I bought it, which is like a week ago now.
I see.
We haven't actually played online once.
Well, you can do that, and I'll play some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like a fantastic Friday night to me. Because I'm 5. Actually, no, I'm 7. I'm 7 plus. But
And I do have to apologize and excuse myself from the Saturday night stream this week.
yeah, we actually
because-
did a switcheroo for the last stream. I had said that I wasn't going to be here, but now Barty's actually not going to be here.
Ha, tricked you. Tricked you.
Plot twist.
Got him to sign up for doing it with me, and then I was like, actually, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
I didn't even think about it until just now.
No,
you
me-
suck.
Me either.
It's okay.
Yeah, my the restaurant that I work at has reopened for to-go
Yay!
food, and
Which means money.
which means money and delicious food, which we're gonna eat some of tonight. We put our order in.
Get me some wings! Because I need me some wings!
Knights of the Dirty Table give you wings.
So then to just clarify on top of that, we will not actually be doing Shadow of the Colossus because I want to save that for when Barney is back.
Maybe next Saturday? Next Friday?
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Dirty Table Nights to find out when exactly we do our next streams, excluding tomorrow because we are still doing a stream tomorrow night. I just don't know what I'm playing yet.
Well, then you'll have to tune in to find out.
Yeah. I'll have to tune in to find out.
You'll tune in and America will be turning the stream on. Hang on, I'm just trying to find out what I'm playing.
That sounds like me. That sounds like me in a nutshell.
Do you think these parts are custom, or did they come from... Look at this. Do you think that came from something else? And it's just been repurposed? Because it could easily fit in a
I
number
do.
of
I have
places.
seen this piece before.
Yeah.
In some of my LEGO Dimensions builds, and that's the only reason why I'm familiar with a lot of these pieces now, is
Right.
because I've recently used them. So yeah, but it's a specific piece, and it's amazing how they're able to kind of just make what they can with the specific parts. Something
the
like
designers are
something
nuts.
like this is, if people can actually see, I'm keeping
And
it away from the camera. Something like this is very basic, but then
But
something
then- and
like
the funny-
a batarang is super specific.
The funny thing is, like, how close to... this is a nice build. It's got, like, the Technics
I love
axles and stuff.
I love it.
So how close do you think, design-wise, is this to the source material?
Well, I'm looking at this now, and I'll flip this over for the audience at home. I'm looking at this, and this is clearly based in similar design to the 1989 Batmobile.
It doesn't say as much. It's
But
just,
it doesn't say
it's
as much.
just
No,
the
it's pretty.
Batmobile.
Yeah, it's a just generic Batmobile, but it looks really, really close, in my opinion, to the 1989 set. And I think it's pretty spot on. The final product that I'm looking at here, I think it's... I would love to get more, and I'm trying to control myself, but I would love to get more.
The reason I ask is because actually these guys are not super close. The Diva looks pretty good. Reinhardt is not really very close to the game model build, but it's a really cool build, and it's like a nice economic build, and it looks cool. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's more important almost. If it looks cool and it's like fully posable, and it doesn't matter if it's not strictly like the source material, especially in this case.
Well, it could be that maybe the right bricks just haven't been designed yet.
Yeah.
And they could always come back to it. I know that they've done other Batmobile builds in the past, but this to me is the coolest one that I've seen.
I think
so.
It's pretty,
I think the bricks
cool.
have just gotten. The brick catalog has expanded more since then, because I mean the concept, or the Lego Batman concept's been around since 2008, so over 10 years. They had the sets, and then they came out with the first Lego Batman game, which I was obviously gaga for, because this was my Lego game, to say the least.
It's my turn.
So I think it's just a matter of kind of timing, almost, when certain sets come out, and what kind of bricks are out. Like, I'm sure they have a handle on the Lego Marvel and DC stuff, but Overwatch, the Lego Overwatch brand, is pretty recent. But I'm sure with the popularity of Overwatch and the upcoming sequel, I'm sure there are going to be more Lego sets to come out from the Overwatch brand. So they could always come back to Reinhardt at some point.
You know what's interesting about that too? I was just listening to the radio, and they are talking about esports and how esports are kind of taking over in the lack of the space for, with the lack of real sports. Like,
people need something to gamble on.
NBA players play like NBA 2K online and stream it, and Overwatch was mentioned because it's kind of
it's got such a strong following.
Yeah, kind of. I think, like, I keep hearing that it's not that strong a following, but then it seems like it is.
I would say, as far as based on what I saw at, like, when we were out at the restaurant a few months ago, and Overwatch came on ESPN.
Right. No,
like ESPN 3 or something.
Yeah, it was like Nickelodeon or Disney something.
I saw it on ESPN when we were there.
Really?
That was on ESPN 3. So there was clearly a television market for it. Obviously, not like, for the main channel.
Well, I watch it.
It was clearly on television. It wasn't like streamed. So people do clearly care about it. So I don't think it's going away. And once the sequel comes out, I think that's only going to enhance it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. They just came out with a new character for Overwatch, and the other thing is, like, I guess if you have the first one, it's the same game. Like, you can still play all the same game modes and characters and stuff as the second. Like, almost you can play on the same servers or something, which I don't know how that would work. That doesn't make sense to me, but that's the way they announced it, is like it would be kind of an optional upgrade or something. Super weird.
I don't know how to answer that. Maybe, I don't know. That's a really. I don't understand it from the business side.
I couldn't wrap my head around it.
It's great from the consumer standpoint because they don't have to get a new game, but
yeah,
where's the money in the business?
But then if you think about it from the standpoint of the consumer that does want the new game, are they going to have to, like, put up with an older generation game because it has to be compatible? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
You are right.
I don't know. And then I think the other thing is a big part of it is going to be cooperative PvE content, which you probably would have to have the second one to play. So that would be an exclusive part of that game.
I'd still get it either way if I was a fan. You're supporting the developer. You're supporting the brand that you love. That's one of the few times.
Sure.
I used to have GameFly when I was younger, and GameFly was really good for a kid in middle school that didn't quite know.
It's like me with
what
PS Now.
Game. Yeah. It really is. It's a really good market.
I just discovered PS Now, and I've been playing so many games, so much stuff that I'd missed out on, and have had the chance to catch up on that, which is awesome.
No, and it's great in that regard. But I think now I'm at a point where I know what games are going to be good. I know what brands I'm sticking with, namely, obviously, the Lego ones. I just know that if it's an IP game for Lego that I know I'm going to enjoy, I might as well just drop the however much it is for the extra edition of the game to get all the DLC and stuff. Don't show it on my camera. Show it on yours.
I was showing you
Oh, I see.
the middle part of the mech with the actual little slot for Reinhardt to sit in there.
So cool.
I assume that's what it is. It's coming together.
It's coming together.
I feel like...
Oh, that's what these for. Okay, that makes sense. I missed that build.
Wait, what? I was just talking about this with Joe the other day. When I wrote this like little jam session, I had these lyrics, and like I thought they were really dumb. But like I put this robot voice on it or whatever, and just disguised it and just went with it, and I liked the melody. And he was talking about how he really likes them. But it's, you run away, but your body wants to stay. And that's like basically the only lyric, and it was just funny because I just wrote it as like a throwaway thing and didn't think it was a good lyric at all. But
I actually do think that's a good lyric.
Right?
This sucks. No, actually, it's a hit.
Who knew? That's why collaborators are important, because they can see things that you can't sometimes.
Unless you're Prince, then you're just good at doing everything on your own.
Sure, but we can't all be Prince, can we?
Try as I might.
We were just talking the other day about how Donald Glover is kind of the new Prince.
I would agree with that.
He's very... I think that he is a little underrated for how...
Absolutely
like,
is.
for how broad his talents are. Like, he raps and sings very well. And he sings, he sings like the falsetto sexy thing, and he sings like regular sort of R&B, and he raps really well. He acts really well. He's hilarious.
Well, what was used for Prince to truly get him on the map? He had been established, for a while beforehand, but what was the one project that catapulted him to superstar status?
Purple Rain?
Purple Rain, absolutely. It just takes one project.
Right.
And in his case, it wasn't just now, it was a movie to go with it. And regardless of the script being so, the music was just so powerful on its own that it didn't matter. That it only enhanced the legend of the movie, So it's just, you just kind of need that big project to catapult.
Do you think that's what Childish was trying to do with...
Atlanta?
Oh, see, I need to see Atlanta, but no, I was being sarcastic about...
Community.
What's it even called? Guava Island? I guess him and Rihanna, something like that. Him and Rihanna were in this movie, and I guess it's just terrible, and like it's been glossed over. I think it's called,
I've never heard of it.
Exactly, and I think that's mainly because
I'm on the second bag.
I think that might be because it's terrible.
I'm not against Rihanna being an actress.
Yeah, of course not.
It sucks because you want a project to succeed so much, but you just don't really know what you're signing up for until you're on set for a movie, and then you're stuck in the contract.
Yeah, that's...
It's real...
but then it's also not that big a deal to move on and get over it if it's not a huge success. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like everyone is now like, oh, Childish sucks and Rihanna sucks because they made that movie.
They were established beforehand in that regard, but it can ruin some people. I don't think that's the case anymore because of social media being a thing and people being able to expand their brands regardless. I'm making a trash pile, so I'm just tossing everything.
Yeah. So if people have a brand that is gonna be popular in any way, then they can make that happen with even without regard for their past. A lot of times it's easy for people like Chris Brown, whatever, to still have a career of some kind and have a following, and maybe they're not the superstars that they potentially were, but like they're not being canceled.
Well, absolutely. Like some actors in 80s projects, the first one I honestly think of is like Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Like, it's a wonder George Lucas, like male directors will still have jobs afterwards, but say if like Wonder Woman failed, then oh man, what's the director's name? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Nuts. Sorry, folks. Great. It's a great film. I really enjoy Wonder Woman, and I enjoyed the director's vision. I just can't remember her name to save my life. But if Wonder Woman had failed, she never would have had another job in Hollywood again. But now, luckily, she's coming back for Wonder Woman 2. But I think of Howard the Duck, not just with George Lucas, but the actors that were involved in that.
Yeah.
I think of the girl who was the lead in Howard the Duck, who also played Marty McFly's mom in Back to the Future, the old and the young version.
Tia Leone?
Not Tia Leone.
Tia something?
Mm-mm.
Isn't it?
No,
her name was...
No, different actors. I know who you're talking about, but no, different actors. But her career, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it kind of was stuck in a standstill because of Howard the Duck.
And what was the deal with that? It was just a bad movie?
Yes, it
like tasteless or just
incredibly tasteless. It's kind of softcore porn between a human and a duck.
Oh my goodness!
Like she would fall for the duck, and Howard the Duck is a crass character, but I don't actually want to see a human in real life be attracted to said duck, especially since it's a midget in a suit.
Oh, that's so awkward.
And they had like 7 actors go into the suit too, so that's its own set of problems. The Howard the Duck character. Oh yeah, the
Why?
movie. Because the animatronics and people just getting too overheated from the suit.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like a disaster.
It was, but you don't know it until you're on set and you're stuck in the contract, and then your career gets blown up because of bad direction. And this was something that I talked about in my Joker analysis with Jared Leto and the comparison of the two Jokers. Not saying that Jared Leto has a bad career ahead of him by any stretch after Suicide Squad. He's still got his music, and he's still going to be acting in other roles because he's a great actor.
He had Blade Runner like just after or just before? It was
just after.
Yeah, so that was
just after. He's still going to have roles, and that's I'm not worried about that. But to have the greatest, one of the 2 best villains you can have on screen, and he got outed because of bad leadership. You know, that's my point, and that I get frustrated with.
Hey,
like it's not the actor's fault.
We have a functioning little top of the mech
cockpit.
That's the word I was looking for.
But then again, Jared Leto did send condoms to his fellow actors, so used condoms. So I mean, I can't completely shift blame away from him.
Yeah, but then it's like that's one of those things where it's like, where do you place that on the scale of like cancelability or whatever? And it's just
I agree he went too far, but at the same time, that never should have been put out by the studio, which it was, to promote the movie. Your method acting should not be a reason to promote a movie.
Yeah, that was the biggest mistake.
Not to counteract. I lost my piece. I shot my Joker bullet. Not to contradict what you're saying, I think the biggest mistake of the movie was writing the film in 6 weeks and then shooting it and never knowing what the ending was going to be.
It's a collection of mistakes.
I hold Justice League near and dear to my heart as a film because I really enjoyed it. But to be fair, I have not seen it since the movie theater, and I haven't quite gone out of my way to see it since the movie theater. So I do have to take that as an unfortunate knack on the movie. It's like I really haven't gone out of my way. So I enjoyed it when I saw it, but I guess I'm a little nervous to go see it. Like I have fond memories of it, the good and the bad. So I guess I worry.
These little ratcheting articulations.
Yeah.
So cool. Actually clicks into every position, and it's very the mechanism is very strong. Like this part here is super strong. I wonder, like, that would probably get worn down if you really pushed it, but it's impressive how nice and clicky that is.
Oh, that's where this goes. I'm like, where does this thing go? I was trying to figure this out for 5 minutes.
See? Click.
Can you show the folks at home?
Click. Click. Part of the instructions tells you to make sure for the click.
It does, in fact.
Welcome to ASMR.
Click, mother trucker.
starting to get serious now. We're going quiet.
Yeah.
I wonder. So what's the time now? 6:19. So we've been live almost an hour, maybe 40 minutes.
Sounds fair.
I think. I don't know if I'm gonna build both today. If I'm gonna be able to build both live on stream, but
That's okay.
yeah. No, I'm just curious.
I don't know if I actually have this in the right spot. I think I do. Oh, nope, I don't. I don't. Sometimes I do wish it's really helpful when they put like the arrows down on like where to put something in the build. In this case, my pages just don't have that right now, and
Oh,
so
it just adds the brick?
just adds the brick. It's like, where do I put it?
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
black
Yeah,
and
see,
very
these-
dark gray.
Oh yeah, sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does.
And this one's telling you.
This
that
one
is
is.
just
This
like,
one isn't. Like,
figure it out. It's nice to know that they believe in you, though, right?
no one should believe in me. I barely know what I'm doing when I'm singing on stage.
You and her. Oh, I have to remember not to sing along with it, because if I sing along with it, it'll be completely out of time with the stream.
Oh, so my dancing's probably out of time.
You might get lucky. Like if the BPM matches, then your dancing would. Still
You guys
be in
probably
time.
think I'm a sucky dancer. Whoops.
If you're curious, go check out his TikTok. He's actually a very good dancer.
Ho 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 ho. And if you're wondering what that is, it is the same as my Instagram handle, which we eventually should put up an update on our descriptions and whatnot. It is at @HerrickMenry on TikTok. I've been getting much more in the habit of doing those. I just did the JLo TikTok challenge the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That was very fun to teach myself.
You made it look easy.
That's very sweet of you to lie. Thanks, handsome.
Well, you guys can go check the evidence for yourself and tell us if you think that Merrick made it look easy, because I certainly do.
That was fun. It was fun to do, and I actually hope it's a continuing trend. Like if the Super Bowl performer permits with choreography and such,
Wow.
that there should be more
Yeah.
challenges.
Yeah.
This halftime show was really fun. Even just going back and just watching it generally on its own. I never really got a chance to like elaborate on it, but it was. I love Maroon 5. I am a very big fan of their work and their music and their artistry. Moves Like Jagger is, to me, the greatest song ever made, period. But this show just went leaps and bounds above and beyond to improve on what was a very lackluster Super Bowl 53 halftime show.
It was an Adam Levine modeling show. And again, to reiterate, I also love Maroon 5 and Adam Levine. Like, I'm not... But it was like the weird glamour thing.
I just feel like they picked the wrong songs to do, and I know they have a plethora of songs, but they picked so many early hits. I think
Which like, you definitely got to have, you got to come out and sing She Will Be Loved, but at the same time, maybe more modern stuff.
I don't know if they did any. I don't know if any song. Oh no, there was Sugar, but nothing was past like 2014. And it was 2019 that they did the halftime show. I think that's when Sugar came out. I don't quite remember, but Sugar wasn't Sugar was the newest song.
Sugar.
But they've had other songs. I get that you can't do Animals at a family halftime show. I understand that, but it felt like it was the wrong set list. And then to tease us with SpongeBob and not give us SpongeBob, that was hurtful. That was very hurtful, guys. Either don't do it at all or do it to the max.
Yep.
And I understand from that point, you don't want your audience to tell you how to dictate your show. I understand that. But that tease hurt, man.
Yeah,
You should have just ignored it.
There's a fine line between, letting your audience decide the show and also, like, general fan service, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that. You gotta be good to your fans in this day and age.
Definitely, because
If
they
you
will
wanna,
remember.
if you want to hold on to them, that's ask anyone who's been like really popular, really virally popular over the last few years, and like you just have to be. Look at Taylor Swift, like buying Christmas gifts for her fans and all that stuff. Like you have to give back.
And I definitely think they do. They just didn't with this particular
Right.
show, which unfortunately is the biggest concert that any artist will ever have.
Yeah. Also,
And I don't think some people look at it that way, but I do.
I was just thinking about Adam Levine because he just disappeared. Like, he's not on The Voice anymore.
Nope, he quit. He genuinely quit. He was tired of the show and pleasing the executives and such, and he up and left.
So what is he doing now? Are we gonna see him like on a
Well, no, that's
an
not
Amazon
true.
series?
They've been releasing. They had the Cardi B track, and they had. Well, no, that was off their last
The
album.
Cardi B track was
Before the Super Bowl, right? Can't
a
believe
long
it was a
time
year
ago.
But they also had.
They had
Memories.
memories, which, whatever.
I agree.
But
I
they,
turn it unfortunately
you know,
every time it's on the radio.
it's because it's not an original song. It's da 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 da. It's like one of the oldest songs of all time. Which, like, fine, but why? But yeah, he's just disappeared.
Sometimes people need a break.
I wonder if we're going to see, because now they stopped. They took Tim Gunn and Heidi off of Project Runway, and or they left, whatever.
I think I knew that.
They have new people who are pretty good. Carly Kloss and this dude Christian, who won one of the series or something, and they're fine. But now Amazon's coming out with this like cutting it show with Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum. It's like,
so what happened?
How can you do that? That's ridiculous.
So what happened?
Money. I think Project Runway wanted an update. They wanted something fresh, and so that combined with the fact that Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum's paychecks were probably going up and up, they were probably like, "No, we're gonna start fresh, do something new." And then Amazon was like, "Oh, everyone misses Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum. Like, let's give them a show."
Well, let's give them the paychecks because clearly streaming services have
the money.
I think the only one I've seen that didn't have it was DC Universe.
Yeah.
With Swamp Thing, but even then, that's not DC. That's Warner Brothers making the executive call to cancel it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me! I got the Batmobile wheel. Look at me go! I can drive.
You can drive this Batmobile. Look at it go. Imagine if Batman just showed up. I would love it in like a Lego movie if Batman showed up in this and be like, "Sorry, I didn't get to finish building my Batmobile."
Screech!
What's going on? Like sounds of plastic just like the grinding cogs.
I think this goes. Nope, I have it going the other way. I think this goes here. It fits perfectly. Yeah, I'll assume this is it. And click. Nice. This body is going to be so great when it's built. It's going to be fantastic. Sorry, this is Batman as Donald Trump. I shouldn't continue.
Batman as Donald Trump. We should have some floppy blonde hair somewhere that we can put on him.
How does just green work? Does this count?
Oh my goodness. That's a crossover for the ages.
It's not that bad. Ooh, there you go.
Who does that look like? It reminds me of someone. Someone anime, obviously with the green hair. Anime Batman. There actually is an anime Batman though, right?
Yes, there is. That there is. He does exist.
Putting stickers on. I got a foot.
I got you a foot.
1 foot. Click, click. Oh, it doesn't click. Oh, there we go.
It's so disappointing.
Look, ankle. This is the posability of the legs. You got ankle, free ankle rotation. You got nice clicky up and down, and nice clicky rotation on both legs.
It's gonna be nice and posable for sure.
Super posable.
See,
I have
yours
them doing like ballet poses. Look at that.
Yours is 10 plus because you have stickers. Mine is 7 because I do not have stickers, and that makes me very happy.
Good. I know. I love stickers. So, but I was hoping that they were going to give you like too many, so you could have options or something. I might like change these stickers and use like audio brands or something like that.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Like have a custom. But yeah, they should, with these ones, they should give you a bunch of like different sponsors for Diva so that you can choose what you want to put on there. That would be cool. And there's tons of Blizzard franchises that you could, have as like fake little brands.
Yeah.
I gotta make the other foot.
A foot.
Something's afoot.
That's what I should go back and watch. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990.
That was my before school TV in the morning on my little black and white TV. Yes, I'm that old. / that poor.
I was thinking of the grittier take,
Oh.
which was good even as a kid. I
Don't know if I saw that.
we have to show you that. It's actually a really good, it's technically considered a comic book adaptation movie. It is a superhero movie in that regard.
Yeah.
But it really still holds up in my view, even the animatronic suits.
Oh, no, I've seen that one. That one's dope.
Unfortunately, it kind of goes off the rails afterwards because people don't understand the art of the sequel. And what you should actually do with your sequel.
Just like having it completely different teams on the sequels, I'm guessing. Like not, there was no...
In some cases, yes, and sometimes it's just studio interference.
I can't get over how possible this is and how perfectly my Reinhardt is doing this like high kick.
Like, I think of Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. I personally like Spider-Man 1 more, but I really haven't seen Spider-Man 2 again since the movie theater, so I'm a bad superhero fan.
Well, I saw a post on Reddit the other day that was like, every generation needs a great movie called Spider-Man 2.
Excuse me? But then there's cases like where you go from Spider-Man 2 to Spider-Man 3, and it's like, what happened? The answer was studio interference. Because they wanted Venom, and Sam Raimi said no.
Why did he say no?
He felt like he didn't have as good of an understanding of the character as he did compared to what he felt he could do with Sandman and making him relate to Peter Parker's backstory.
Oh, yeah.
Which I get, but I'd also argue at the same time, dude, how do you not have something for Venom? In my view.
Mm-hmm.
I would have argued in that case, if you were more passionate about Sandman than you were Venom, I would have gotten somebody else that was more passionate about Venom, because I'm sorry, that's your big three. It's Venom, it's Goblin, it's Doc Ock. And you could maybe argue throwing in, I don't know if you've seen Spider-Man 3 or whatever. I'm assuming you have.
I mean, I've seen bits.
Okay.
I've seen famous clips, and I don't know if I've ever actually watched the whole thing.
And that's totally fine.
You talking about Toby?
Toby.
Yeah.
Toby. But yeah, so they have like the new Goblin plot.
What about this? Is that a reused piece?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty.
You think that's
that seems made for this. Yeah.
Great piece. I mean, usable in so many different ways. You could use it as in kneecaps on a giant mech, or as like shoulders. They're actually the shoulders on Ryan, I believe. So
yeah, looks good.
Yeah, very cool.
I mean, you had new Goblin plots and such with like Harry being a central villain. I didn't understand if you wanted Venom and Harry to establish new plot lines and wrap up old ones. Fine, I got no problem with that, but you didn't need Sandman to be a part of that. Not that the Sandman plot was bad, but you should have picked your poison. That's my opinion. Nothing against Sam Raimi as a director. It's just like I would have gone for somebody else with Venom, because Venom is a much better toy to sell than Sandman.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, maybe
that's how I see it.
That's kind of the benefit of hindsight, but like Venom's always been super cool and super marketable, in my opinion. Like back,
Couldn't agree more.
There's never been a time when it's been like, I'm not sure about this Venom character. I'm not sure if people are gonna, especially kids are gonna be into him, because he's just the coolest. Like,
I was stoked to see Venom, not Sandman, as a kid. I'm sorry, that's just
No, that's not just you though.
But again, what is the target, the primary target audience of a superhero movie? Kids, so their parents can buy the toys. That's the bottom line. You can have all the diehard adult fans you want, but if they're not the ones buying the merch, your movie is slightly not justified. And this is me just trying to look from an executive standpoint, to get that understanding. Oh, okay, so you actually do have an arrow. That's very helpful, guys. Thank you. Why couldn't you do that a few pages back? Yeah, monkeys.
Hey, where's the... I'm missing a page. No. Every time.
Every time. It's defective. Oh, no, I got it right here. Sorry, Mom.
We had a lot of fun making this as a remix of a Moon Hooch song. The beat.
Wow.
Oh my. I just realized that we haven't had the Soundflower on this scene. Oh well.
So has no one heard us talking the entire time?
No, they heard us talking, but the music was not coming through.
They never heard the music. Got you.
Oh, well, they would have heard the music just coming through the mic, kind of loose, quietly. But
got you.
/ when we were on this one before we got building, the music was on.
Okay.
No biggie.
No biggie. It's a last-minute stream. Figuring it out as we go, making our way downtown.
But yeah, this song was another one that we had a lot of fun making this remix, but the lyrics, like, we hate. The vocal performance, like, it was like lyrics from something else that we just kind of shoehorned into this because we wanted it to have lyrics.
Yeah.
But I still think the remix is pretty solid. It's got a nice beat. Look at that, so clever.
That is pretty cool. Joints. Joints.
I just love how it lines up with the little diagonal part, like, so satisfying. So satisfying.
Yes, I am. What? And the little dot thingies. I think they go here. Excuse me.
How are you coming on with yours?
It's coming along.
Getting there?
Yeah. I'm actually really pleased.
Oh, yeah, this is a solid build. It's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, it is. I'm so stoked. Page 41 out of 75.
I think I'm getting close to being done with Ryan, so I can get started on Diva too.
Cool.
We have until.
Not to show you, Ed, this was the Batmobile. Or not Batmobile, the Batcave, one of the recent ones.
Oh yeah.
When you put all the sets together, you park your Batmobile.
Is
and
that
then,
your set?
That's my set, yes.
Cool.
And then I didn't know there was a Batplane set. That's really cool. That looks great. See, this is the worry. I'm going to start getting all of these now because they look so cool, and I'm
Take
so
it away
obsessed.
from him.
Please. I don't have the money for this right now. I do like that they've enhanced Clayface in recent years. Clayface used to just be like a minifigure concept. I don't even think he was ever released as a minifigure. He was just in the Lego Batman game.
Brick build.
But ever since the Lego movie, the Lego Batman movie, where they did make like almost a Hulkbuster like Clayface, I think that's just the design they've gone with, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh, such a good game. Such a good game. So good. I think this actually is my favorite Lego DC game. DC Supervillains.
Supervillains?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, the voice cast is stellar. Mark Hamill,
Oh yeah.
for the first time voicing Joker in.
You had me at Mark Hamill.
Clancy Brown, Lex Luthor from the animated series, being Lex Luthor. And I believe Michael Ironside, who was Darkseid in the animated series, is Darkseid in this game.
Cool.
So it's just a stellar cast. Kevin Conroy, Batman, and the list goes on. And the world, the central hub, it's between Metropolis and Gotham, but there's so many nice details in it and such. And it's just a great roster.
My God, he has posable fingers and thumbs.
Oh,
Look
that
at
is
this.
pretty cool.
So that would be the top of his.
That's very cool. So cool.
Posable fingers, which are those are a reused part. I'm thinking. It looks to me like this.
Yeah, I would say.
Looks to me like this part was from something else, but it makes a perfect
This will go
posable
here.
Reinhardt fist. That's so cool, so clever. The designers who make these things are so smart.
Smarter than I am, that's for sure.
That must be such a cool job though, like just having access to all of the Lego pieces that you want, and then the option of custom pieces as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I build it?
So this piece doesn't exist. Can you guys make this piece? Yeah, sure, no problem. We'll make it from scratch. No big deal.
Right?
I feel like you would love the Bionicle sets that came out.
Oh yeah,
over a
that's
decade
super
ago.
like mechy.
Yeah, those were great. The original 6 especially, those will always hold a
Ooh,
very
I should
near and dear
get,
place.
we should probably get like a Bionicle set wicked cheap too, and we could use it to like, because I was already thinking about like once these are built and I've had them for a while, disassembling them and trying to build a super mech out of both. Like a Diva Ryan crossover mech. So we should get like a Bionicle set and add that to it and just make something ridiculous.
That would be cool.
But yeah, I thought it'd be dope to just take these apart and like add bits of Diva to Reinhardt and vice versa and have these like weird hybrids. Okay, that's the arms done. Oh wait, I can put them on. Woohoo!
Yeah!
Oh, wrong one.
Close enough.
That's my right arm. Oh, this looks so cool. Merrick, look at this.
Wow. You're almost done Reinhardt. Oh boy. Look at me, I can dance, Mom. I may do some more Lego Dimensions tomorrow.
Cool.
I may be feeling up to it as I try to get back some of my game data and such. I won't finish Sonic without you. That would be incredibly unfair.
I would never talk to you again.
Yay. I mean, boo.
Notice you got Sonic over there. Why'd you bring Sonic over?
Because,
Any particular reason?
no,
Just because I feel better being near Sonic.
that is correct.
Calms me down.
Keeps me warm.
Sonic keeps me warm. Sonic keeps me warm. Oh no, I got a wonky sticker.
No!
Oh well.
Just gonna have to burn it. Start from scratch. Start over. It's the end of the world as we know it.
Doop.
There we go. That's better.
Lego is good quarantine stuff. I'm surprised they haven't been like trying to push that, I guess they kind of have with Lego Masters. I also I'm curious about the, how Lego Masters has affected sales of Lego and stuff in general. It's gotta have had a pretty positive effect, I would think.
I would think so too.
Shield.
Shield.
Shield is mounted. I wish he had a proper shield. That's like a big glaring missing piece, honestly.
Boo, Lego,
Reinhardt's
boo.
whole thing is he has this big shield to protect his team, and it like comes out of this thing. So they should have had some kind of brick build that you can add to this to make the shield pop out. Well, not pop out, but just be there. Okay, well that's the shield. The minimal shield build.
Minimal.
I don't have many bricks left, so I must be nearly done.
Reinhardt's hair.
Thank you.
I kept thinking it was Quicksilver's hair because I'm pretty sure, or it's like Odin's hair from like Thor. So I compare everything now to Lego DC and Marvel builds.
Oh, I got so confused. I was like, I don't have these bricks. It's because I skipped ahead and made the second arm at the same time
Ah.
as the first arm, because I didn't want to do them both separate. Because I'm clever like that.
I am not.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, thanks, man. Actually, turn this a little bit so I can bring this in closer. I've kind of been over here away from the camera all this time. Sorry, folks at home. We've never done this before, if you can't tell. And we are not hiding that.
It's all good.
In passing, I've found this funny. Like the CW has been heavily promoting that you can watch all of Crisis and Infinite Earths on the streaming on their CW.
You're like way ahead of you.
And I think you and Alex were like, are we going to be able to watch this at home if we don't finish it all tonight? Who knows? And it's like, oh yeah, they're drilling this for the next like month and a half. You're fine, because they can't put out that many new things. I know they filmed things for their CW shows, but
That's gonna be interesting. Is like, you know,
Supergirl was like on the season finale when they were filming, when they had to shut down production. It's like, oh man, that's like the one that I wanted to
like
finish.
Months from now is gonna get really interesting as far as content and like a lack of content because of you know, the old coronavirus.
Well said.
It's just gonna be like, there's gonna be probably a lot more live content, or you know, stuff like. Did you see the Disney sing along?
I did not. I heard it was good, but I did not see it.
It was
seemed
pretty great.
Very star-studded.
It was super varied. Like everyone, they obviously gave people a lot of creative control over what they did for their section, and some of it was great, and some of it was like Ariana killed it, but she didn't like sing live, and she like made this fake lip sync video with multiple versions of her lip syncing.
Oh, I didn't know that's how they did it. I knew that it had happened, but I didn't know that that's how they did it.
They did it. Everyone did it differently. So opened up with Derek Huff, and he's like at his house with his wife, and they're just like, or girlfriend, I'm not sure, and they're just like dancing, doing Be Our Guest. And there was more of a dance. Obviously, they just kind of lip synced.
Great showman.
Then it was, and then Josh Groban came on and like sang beautifully. Obviously, he's Josh Groban. The dude from, I think he was from High School Musical.
Zac Efron?
Oh no, actually, I think he was from Glee.
Chris Colfer?
I don't know.
Darren Criss?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was him. Does he play instruments and stuff, as far as you know?
I'm sure he does.
He did like a Joe style Q jam with him playing all of the instruments like in different takes,
So cool. Love
like
Darren Criss.
ukulele and stuff, and singing, and that was amazing. And then when Ariana came on, Alex was like, oh, I wish she was just like at home in a towel, like singing, or like in a gown, you know, sitting on a couch just singing. And then Christina Aguilera came on. She's sitting on the couch with her dog with a mic, live singing beautifully and just killed it. You know, nothing against Ariana, obviously, but I just think that it was a better way to do it, to be really informal and like make it cute and homely
and intimate.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't know if I actually would have done it that way.
Right. No, probably not.
Sorry for the cracking necks at home.
Probably not. But you would have done some live singing or dancing or something, like you know.
Yeah, that's true. I would have definitely went all in.
It just struck me as a little bit lazy, and that's something that you would never be.
'Tis true, and thank you. Oh, that explains a lot. I was missing pieces.
I just gotta make the hammer now. It's the last bit.
Oh, that looks so much better. I was missing parts of my turbines.
These single like studs to me are just so satisfying when you just click them in. I don't know, something about them.
I like the shiny ones more than the
just this
solid colored ones.
Just this shape and the fact that it just sits on a stud and like perfectly fits. I don't know. I'm
on to the third bag for me.
Hey, now we're talking.
All right, it's done. I'll never get that in.
I don't know how many times we can use that joke now.
I don't care. It's our show. We can do what we want. We make the rules. Oh, yeah, these are custom pieces. Look at these.
Oh.
Look at these. I don't know how well you can see, but you can semi-tell that they're bats.
Bats.
Hello, bats. Oh, well, okay, this clearly summarizes my point right here. They're tiny. I'll show them to you guys in a sec, if I remember.
If I remember.
And that's okay if I don't.
You might forget.
Because it's our show and it's fine. So many custom pieces now all of a sudden that it's just like you can tell they were made exclusively for this. And I love it. All right, third bag. What do we got? We need 2 tiny little pieces of stuff. We appreciate our 1 concurrent viewer. It means the world. Small thing, and I need another small thing, and I need these. Are the lyrics saying you don't need to go outside?
Yep.
Wow, how timely. When did you plan this?
But I think you should. You don't need to go outside to find your way home, but I think you should. No, the full lyrics are, I think that you don't need to go outside to find your way home, but I think that you should go home. I think those are the full lyrics. You use like different.
Makes sense now. It just seemed very timely. Like, how did you guys know? Did you plan this?
Are these just spare?
Yeah, they give you spare.
Normal to have spare
Yeah.
of like these.
In case you lose
Random.
a piece, if you are building it and then all of a sudden it drops off into like, I don't
That
know,
seems
off
like a
skyscraper or
random
something.
selection of spares. I mean, not. Where's my rand gone? Yeah, the coin makes sense because that's like a special one of a kind.
Yeah.
But like this, like, I don't know. It's not. I'm not complaining, but it's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The choices that they give you for spares.
Spires.
And now, you ready? All that remains.
Put it in, put it in. Your guy looks good.
Hey,
He looks great, man.
bring me another.
It's so cool.
That is dope. Yeah, really, really nice.
Yeah, he looks great. Good job, man.
Super posable. Good stuff. Didn't he have like? I feel like there's a way to make him have.
What?
The hammer. Oh, he has a little version of the hammer. It's like convertible into a little version, but that's dumb. Like this version of Reinhardt doesn't exist. There's no small Reinhardt who has a hammer. Like he only exists in his. This isn't really a mech. It's more like an exosuit in the game. So he doesn't really take it off. He can, I guess, but he never does. So stop asking him to. Hammer down. Alright, shall I get started on D.Va?
Up to you.
We have like another 20 minutes before we have to leave to go get food, so I may as well.
Oh yeah, right, of course. I might be
D.Va.
done by that point. We'll see.
There's the part that was see-through on the other camera. If I bring it up here. Oh no, it's not. It's too dark. Oh yeah, it disappears if I put it here.
That's really funny.
Green pieces.
You fool! You're holding air. What's wrong with you?
I can't find the break. Oh, you got a trash pile down there. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
we'll
are we
pick it up
throwing throwing trash anywhere? Ooh, this is a nice piece of the headpiece and hair.
That's exclusive.
She has a little communicator. Through my green eyes, Lord, I got wired on your highlight. Yeah, the D.Va minifig is really great. Oh, look at all these pink pieces on this pink table.
Gee, I wonder what that's for. Well, we hope to our one viewer at home. We hope you've been enjoying the show so far.
Or anyone who's watching after today.
Oh
Here's
yeah, the
here's
world
the-
of Post.
Here's the gun I was telling you about. It's really interesting. So it works as just a pistol, but then obviously is extendable in all these directions, so you can add whatever you want. You can customize it. You could have like lasers coming out of it, or
So cool.
yeah. And that was developed for the Overwatch series. Did we just listen to this?
What's up?
Did we just listen to this?
I don't know.
He's playing twice. Something so unnatural about putting two flat pieces just
I
right?
agree.
It's like
This isn't right.
that's never gonna come off.
Would you mind just clicking over, double checking, just make sure that YouTube is still going up and steady? Which I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Danny88 asked if, when we were starting our stream. I think I got it like 14 minutes ago, and it's like, oh, we're here. Feel free to join us.
It's not private, is it? That's happened before, but I don't see.
I don't think we've ever
Public.
public. We are here. do exist. This will go here, right? Did I put this on wrong? Oh, nope. Nope. Just this. There we go.
Oh, this one's got some classic window pieces in there somewhere.
I'm very curious where that goes.
Me too. Oh, I bet it's part of what makes the bit that she sits in. The cockpit.
Cockpit. More pages to go.
Where is... Yeah, it's interesting. Like, yours is definitely... Seems like more of a labor-intensive build, but maybe not too complicated.
I'm also just an idiot, so...
No, I mean, seriously, it seems like it's, you know, quite intensive. It's like more of an intense construction than these, at least. Like, this is super... I mean, it weighs more than both of these put together already.
Oh yeah, this thing is heavy. Wow. Yeah, I haven't picked it up yet. I've just been making bad jokes with it all night.
Yeah, I think that's a good sign. These pieces right here, any of these ones that have that give you like studs on the sides, like you hang them off here, and then and then it gives you studs on the sides. Like these pieces are beyond valuable. It could make it possible to do so many more things.
And that's why we love Lego. So the first brand that I actually fell in love with Lego-wise was not Star Wars, even though that was one of my earliest phases. I loved the much reviled Jack Stone Lego series.
Jack Stone?
And it was a Lego exclusive brand. They made the character for Lego.
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
And it was meant for younger builders,
yeah.
like myself, you know. And the figures were actually slightly taller. Like they had like longer legs and longer arms. They were meant to be, you know, bigger for younger kids like me.
Did they still have a one stud footprint or not?
Yes, they still had one. No, they had two. They were two stud footprints.
Yep.
And I loved those. And when I watched the Toys That Made Us documentary series on Netflix, which is great if you want to go back and see old toys and stuff.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
They said that was one of the worst decisions they ever made, was to do the Jack Stone franchise. I was crushed. Because they're finally getting a Jack Stone, and I didn't think they would because it was a forgotten franchise. I'm like, oh my god, we're talking Jack Stone. This is literally my introduction to Lego. And they absolutely demolished it, and I was so crushed.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a commercial success, then, you know.
I loved it. I got a VHS promo in the mail to promote the show, and it was like a computer-generated cartoon of Jack Stone saving the day. It was the coolest thing as a kid, and they just said, nope, we made a mistake.
They can't take that away from you.
And they won't, damn it. It was good.
It's already yours.
I've already invested my livelihood, you filthy animals. That was so crushing, but it was my earliest memory of the brand, and I still love those, and I would love to get, because I have the sets, but they're all like lost around my house, so I would eventually love, if I'm ever rich and famous, to go on eBay, get all the sets for dirt cheap, and actually make the sets from scratch.
There you go.
And some of those they weren't like too easy builds, like some of the bigger sets, like the police, the police house, like those were
like an intense build.
Probably not intense for me now, but
sure.
They weren't small builds. They were long. They were probably like thin in bricks, but they were still like tall enough in stature.
Yep.
And I love those.
That's like me. Thin in bricks, but tall in stature.
Is that code?
I don't know. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I'm looking forward to some Legends food.
Oh, me too. Me too, man.
This is Garrett rapping
Oh, dope.
over us, jamming. Old studio partner of ours. Now lives out west. So cool.
Fat insignia.
Oh.
We're on the YouTube, so we'll still be live.
Oh, it's not. That one's not.
We're still there.
This one's just not playing.
Yes.
I was confused.
We didn't know where we were on the internet, boys and girls.
I thought it had frozen up, but I think we're good.
Or in our case, boy or girl with our one viewer. And that's fine.
Or non-binary person.
Touche. 2020.
Yeah, this is definitely the cockpit. It's got like smooth areas inside so that she can
Makes sense.
fit in there.
I have 15 minutes to build this before we have to go.
The clock is running.
The clock is ticking. I'm not
fast
enough.
I think we're gonna have, keep up the pace, and I think we can finish all of these because we don't have to be there at exactly 7:30.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Chances are they'll be a little behind schedule because it's busy. Fish Friday, everyone's getting their fish.
Give me that big blue fish. Give me that fish. Oh.
Not a fish fan.
I'm not. I like
At
shrimp,
all?
but that's
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
Just shrimp. That's really it because
Shrimp
it's
is like-
small.
Shrimp is like the non-seafood fans' food, like
Yep.
seafood.
And that's me.
Yeah, I like shrimp too.
To me, it's just so much bad breath. Like, never go on a date and order fish. Please don't. Do yourself a favor. Unless you both like fish, then I guess you don't care when you're making out.
But if you're like at a sushi place, although I don't normally get like vegetable sushi anyway.
I wouldn't go to a sushi place for a dinner date. So
There you go. You heard it here first, ladies. Don't take him to a sushi place. So you can stop messaging us. Where can I take Merrick on a date?
you spoil me.
That doesn't mean I lie down and sleep.
I was trying to figure out because sometimes like the brick placement and such, it's like sometimes there's like a big gap between like a brick above and a brick below, and sometimes like the spacing is just really tiny. I'm like, what's gonna go there? These.
Oh, yep.
And it fits perfectly.
Just little flat panels.
These little,
So satisfying.
very thin panels like so. I just find it amazing. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh no, of course, because it's Lego and they know what they're doing. It's fine.
They checked it.
Checking it twice.
I wonder if there's ever been like kits that went out with errors. There has to have been.
There
like,
has to have been. I'm sure.
But they probably just check it so many times that doesn't really happen. It goes through a whole verification process. Hmm? Oh, I'm looking for the wrong kind of bit. That's why.
Ooh-wee. We're getting there, man. I think I have 10 more pages to go. Gotta go right now. Which
Don't
is-
stop till you build it up. Lego. And you don't stop.
Don't stop till you build it up. I have fallen in love with that. And that is a new trademark on the show.
Lego. And we won't stop.
No questions asked.
Won't stop till we build it up.
I've fallen in love with that. That's bloody brilliant. Thank you for introducing me to your ways.
It's not easy being brilliant.
It's not easy being British.
Hey.
Where does this go? This goes... Oh, this goes here. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, right, there's...
10 more pages. I have 10 more minutes.
Oh, you gotta be on a page a minute. Now you know your pace.
No promises.
Monty's in this entire video, like lying down in the background. He just doesn't move. He's like an inanimate object in the background of the video. My cat.
That's funny.
We filmed this in my living room, and my cat looks like he's been taxidermied because he does not move the whole time. He's just really lazy.
I am a happy kitty cat. Humans can go about and
He
do
is
nothing.
the happiest boy. I remember Will came over to record vocals at my house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. This was between studios or something, but Monty was just plopped down at the bottom of his mic stand and just lay there while he did this whole take.
You sound nice, human. You may continue.
Such a good boy. I got to see him recently. Which is nice.
Who will?
Yes, but Monty I was talking about.
These wrenches and this piece. That's not the piece I'm looking for. This is the piece I'm looking for.
Are these the droids you're looking for?
These are not the droids I'm looking for. Because it's not the right brand. I would have killed for Lego Star Wars.
Batman
Lego
have any?
Dimensions.
Batman
Would've been
doesn't have any
fantastic.
droids.
I would have absolutely killed to see Joker and Darth Vader on the same screen together in Lego form.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like it's a lost opportunity because I am sure that they tried to do it and Disney was like, we can't allow this. This does not compute. Nope.
Which is ridiculous. Like there shouldn't be any rules for Lego.
They got pretty far with that. They got as far as they could.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they disappointed in that regard. It wasn't. I'm sure if they had it their way, they would have continued. But
Exactly.
the genre of Toys to Life was dying out, and the game just became too unstable. It went as far as you could go without making a sequel, but then it's like, what else do you do?
And they could they couldn't fix it. I'm assuming like they couldn't patch it, or that was part of the problem. Like it had been patched to the point where it was no longer functioning properly. And
I think to add in a third year of content, it would have been a stretch for the game. I would have enjoyed. I mean, Skylanders got sequels, and Disney Infinity got sequels, and it's like, I wish Lego Dimensions did. But I mean, year 2 was their way of making basically a sequel within the same disc game.
Did they at least get that stability sorted to a certain degree? Like, did they put some work into that, or did they just abandon it?
They tried their best, but ultimately the solution is you can't install everything at once.
So then they just told everyone that?
No.
You had to find out yourself.
I think we kind of just figured out on our own, like, this has to be how to play the game. And it's not the end of the world. It's just it's a minor inconvenience.
It's playable, even if it's not playable in the way that it was strictly designed.
Mm-hmm. I'm running out of time. I need more time. We could keep going, but we need food. I know this song. I know this song.
Joe's version.
Wow.
Played on piano in New York.
So
He
cool.
was out there. Yeah, it's very cool. It's a very different version, but I love it.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Oh, now.
I love it when people
now we're
cover my
cooking.
stuff. I never, so there was other people who are like sort of precious about their things in a way, like can get offended if people cover their music or something. I do not.
That to me is weird.
I do not understand that mentality at all in the slightest.
That to me is weird.
To me, it's always the biggest compliment for someone to play my music, and I'm just, and I've heard it both ways too. Like I've heard people do my music badly and do it well. It does not matter. Like if the fact that you're playing my song, I'm just like, oh, that's awesome. Like you're trying.
So I was touching base with our good friend Danny88, and Danny is saying that they are not sure if we are actually on the air. They're having a tough time slightly finding us, so I'm not. Oh, or maybe they did. I don't know, but so that's okay. But I also got that message 10 minutes ago, so maybe they want to find us. Who knows?
Yeah, says we have 4 viewers right now. I wonder if it's there's streaming issues in general, just because people are streaming so much more than they ever were.
Oh, maybe.
Like it's probably a global thing. I don't know.
Well, our goal between now and my upcoming concert is to get it right, and we will. So just stay tuned for that, folks. As I try to straighten out the wheels of my Batmobile. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, kids.
I am getting pretty close with Diva too, I think. I still have to make legs. Could be a way off. It's Joe Grizzly.
Joe, the show. Miss Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I miss everyone.
Yeah, remember when we used to have people hanging out? Oh, wait, is this Joe? No, maybe not.
Oh, never mind. Forget you, Joe.
No, it's not. We might have already gone past that. Or it might not have been a session. Oh, this is me jamming with Garrett. That's why I got confused. Oh!
This makes me happy.
I looked away and I looked back and it's basically done. Oh, that's so cool. Look at those wheels.
Now I have to set up our turbines.
That's dope. Remember, people, the click, click.
I forgot about that.
It's important.
All right, come on, man. Come on, we got this. We got this. We getting there. We doing our thing. I can't dance because it's gonna look like I'm a bad dancer, but I don't care because I'm almost done.
You gotta dance too. This is such a funky beat.
Do I stack these together? Is that what? Oh, I missed a piece before. Whoops.
$720.
Well, it's done, so...
Hey, with flames coming out of the back end. The flames rotate.
Brilliant,
Okay.
huh?
That is cool.
And now, to cap it all off,
Wow.
I have to put in the
That is
big
so
guy himself.
Bats.
Nope, just kidding. We're going to do Sonic. Gotta go fast!
He actually looks so cool in there. This is the
And that's why Sonic's been on the side for the last hour and a half.
the aftermath of when Sonic stole the Batmobile and ran over Diva. And this is all that was left.
Beep, beep, beep. So, I'm looking at these different assorted bat pieces and such, and I think you can customize the front of the Batmobile to give it different eras. So if you wanted to give it the Dark Knight trilogy era, you can. If you want to give it a more standard version, I would argue this is maybe like the Dark Knight. I'll turn the camera. Like this version's more like Dark Knight Returns.
So you did that, just pops off and you pop on whatever model you're
I
feeling?
think so. I think that's how it works because they in the instruction booklet, and if anyone knows it at home, feel free to correct me, but they gave me like all of the bat insignias at once on the page, and it's like there's only one here that doesn't make sense. Yeah, like right here, all of the bat insignias are all on this one page, and I just could not figure out why until this moment that's what it's for.
Oh, I thought I was building an arm. It's a leg. That makes much more sense. Much more sense.
Oh, I can't believe I got that done in the time frame. The random time frame that we established for ourselves. So cool! I'll have to compare Joker figures too and see the difference. I think the arms are greener on this. I like this minifigure. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I actually ever showed at home. I could be wrong. My memory's terrible. We all know.
We showed Batman with his hair.
Yeah. Whoopsies. Oh well. So cool. No, how does that make sense? So what are all these different bat logos for? I don't get it.
Wait, what do you mean? They don't fit on there?
They don't, so I don't get what the point of them.
Are they just spares?
Of different shapes? That doesn't make sense.
No, I mean they're not. Oh, so they're not used somewhere else in the build. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
they're
they
not
all
spares of-
came at once on one page.
And there's only one logo, bat logo that's used on there.
Yeah, I don't get it. They're all here at once.
Wait, so you can't stick the other ones on?
I can, it just does. I don't know if it looks as good. Like this is them together.
Doesn't say anything. No, but you would. Oh, then that one doesn't fit in the gap.
Right.
And it doesn't say anything about them in here.
Nope. Just that's the one and done.
Hmm.
No, not really complaining here. I'm just trying to decipher.
Yeah, I wonder if you somehow use them on the wider the wider sets when they come together or something. I don't see that different. There's that one's different to that one, which is different to that one.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they're meant to be used with
I don't know.
with the rest of the sets, possibly. I don't know. That's pretty cool though. It looks so cool. I don't have the money for this, people. I'm in quarantine.
Or it might also just be like, so if you want to build stuff and make it like if you have a bunch of black bricks, you can make a garage for this or something, and like stick a couple of these on there. Like,
Maybe.
that would be cool. I don't know if that's their intention either, but
See, this is how it starts. You just gotta go get them all. Awful. Well, that's my build. I have successfully built the Batmobile. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I don't know if I've actually held it up really for the cam. I'm really happy with how this came out. This looks sick. So clean.
It really does look great.
So clean.
Shiny.
Yeah.
The
kind of heavy too, which is nice.
Yeah, it's chunky and heavy. The movement and the rotating flame for me is the cherry on the cake. That's so cool.
It's very clean. Like I've never really been there. I actually have another Batman set at home. It was to promote the Dark Knight movie when it came out. They had specific sets with it, and it was like Harley Quinn and her hammer truck with the tumbler.
Yep.
And I have that at home, and I'll see if I have the pieces together and such. I'm pretty sure it's in a bag, but I'll take a look at it. But I like this a lot more than I do the tumbler. I was never the biggest fan of the tumbler on screen personally.
I think it's dope. I don't know how Batman it is.
I always
I think that's more the issue.
I always liked in the Dark Knight when the tumbler gets destroyed, the Bat Cycle comes out.
Yeah.
And that's what he uses. The Bat Cycle looks
dope.
dope.
The big fat one-wheel Bat Cycle.
Yeah. The tumbler never did it for me as a Batmobile, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of there with you.
It's a cool concept.
I think it's
I'm not saying
really
it's bad.
cool.
It's just
really
if I had to
cool.
pick and choose, I'm not going to pick the tumbler.
I think it's a really cool car, but I don't think it is the most Batman of vehicles.
But then again, it was meant to be a grounded version of Batman, so what kind of vehicle would he have? Something that's more tanky and less with bat wings. It wouldn't have bat wings on its car. And even the Batcycle didn't either. And now the Joker has stolen the Batmobile, and he's going to drive away. So cool. So very cool. Well, we need to find a way for me to get rich and famous so I can get the rest. Let's get on that, folks.
Is that the cheapest one? The one we got?
One of the cheaper ones, definitely. I'm sure there's like $15 ones, but this one those are like the $15 ones are like little cycles and stuff and little sets, and I didn't think that would be as entertaining to do on here. Or at least for a first go around. I wanted something that I could really be passionate about, and a Batmobile is a pretty good way to go.
Well, this has been pretty perfect, really. I think we're pushing 2 hours. We should probably go.
Our audience is sick of us.
No, I mean with the food, we should probably go. I was gonna try and finish this, but here we go. It's pretty good, and it looks amazing. This bright pink color throughout. So we need to put I will have to finish building the arms and attach those and the other leg, but we got one leg on there.
Yeah.
And we got Reinhardt built. Oh.
What?
So there we go. Do you want to show yours for a thumbnail?
Yeah. Hang on, wait. I gotta get Batman to actually sit in the Batmobile. Un momento, and then we can. I'm Scray, and vámonos. And thumbnail. Turn. Thumbnail.
Smile for the camera. Okay.
Great.
Well, I don't know if anyone's watching, but if you are, thank you. And if you are watching after the fact, thank you also. Maybe
sure-
we'll do more of this. Like I had fun. I had a lot of fun.
We'll definitely do it again. If you haven't
I'd
already,
love
make
to.
sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at Dirty Table Nights, on Instagram at Dirty Table Nights, and make sure to follow us on all of our platforms, as you can see down below. Instagram, my Instagram is also the same as my TikTok. You can see some of the latest dance videos that I've made on there. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow night. I will see you tomorrow night.
I will be working, but I'll be back next week.
I don't know what game I'm playing yet, but I will be on tomorrow night at 5:30.
Tune in to find out.
Tune in to find out, because I don't know.
Alrighty, thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.